That's it. That's 180.
There, right there. 54 Mike. Let's go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Heavy. We got heavy.
From the 25 on second down. Newton into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Kill.
Right here.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check. Watch 54.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Newton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Newton. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. On first down, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Breeze to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Ready? 5-9.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 27th, Newton being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Check
5-9.
31.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A throw over the middle taken in.
Here we go.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
3 down.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey! Double tight.
From the 36, Newton eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Right to the 3.
Mike 54. He's scared. Showing it.
Great.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
You don't want this.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Newton forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 26.
Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Gun.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Mike, 54. 8. Quick the edge. Come. 54th Mike. Check.
Newton on third down.
Squeeze, double.
Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Ready?
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 81 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Mike, 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Dancing to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I got you.
Here's Newton.
SOS.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field.
5-9.
A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. Breeze now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I know you feel that.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before half for Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Here we go.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shift, you kill.
To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No.
On 2nd and 9, Newton steps away to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Breeze now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Breeze to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Panthers will get the football back. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. There he goes left side, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here we go.
And he finds Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 46 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, he's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
Greg Olsen there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got him.
Right there.
Now Breeze. Rolling to his right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Breeze going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Single.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And taken right at the 35. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
20.
Watch out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. 30, past the 20, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously caught. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
That's to his running back, complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Here we go.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in cover.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah,